The drama surrounding the 2024 NBA Finals is insane. 2,460 regular season games.
On the floor as well, and Powell open. Luka Doncic with a little spice.
An in-season tournament.
Tonight, James drives inside, and the flush.
A mid-season classic with a twist.
It's an NBA and WNBA challenge.
He got it. He got it. He got it. He got it. Look at him. Oh, he got it.
A play-in tournament.
New Orleans knocks off Sacramento.
And in the end, it all comes down to this, the NBA Finals. And as any real NBA fan will tell you, all finals are not made equal. Sometimes they're a formality.
Game one of the NBA Finals is underway.
Sometimes they're a bit early.
As we see Kevin Durant, it's a bitter disappointment, but they had a remarkable run.
You see the emotion from Durant pouring out.
A real matchup between David and Goliath.
Iverson. How about that? Steps over Tyronn Lue.
But the most memorable finals, they were about rivalries. They were about the best of the best squaring off. They were about making a point once and for all.
Throw line, stops.
Michael Jordan off a set play on the inbound.
Because when they're right, the NBA Finals can define careers.
6 to shoot. James again. This time sets for 3. Got it! Timeout, Golden State.
So when Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks walk into TD Garden on June 6th to take on the 64-win Boston Celtics, there's going to be much more on the line than just basketball. My fellow GOATs, haven't we seen it all this season? Rookies leapfrogging their way to stardom, legends dropping the mic on their illustrious careers. And now, there are just a few weeks left to dunk our way into the action with DraftKings Pick6, the freshest way to play daily fantasy sports that'll have you shouting boom shakalaka. Right now with DraftKings Pick6, all new customers who play $5 will get $50 in Pick6 credits. That's like finding a pot of Pick6 credits gold at the end of the rainbow, except no leprechauns, just pure basketball joy. Getting started is easier than a layup. Just download the DraftKings Pick6 app and sign up with my promo code GOAT. Pick at least 2 players and choose if they'll have more or less of a stat. Lock them in and compete against others for a shot at huge cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Pick6 app now and sign up with code GOAT. Only on DraftKings Pick6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Thanks to DraftKings for sponsoring this part of the video. In 2017, the Boston Celtics traded fan favorite Isaiah Thomas for Kyrie Irving. With a newly signed Gordon Hayward, on paper, the Boston Celtics were on the ground stages of a dynasty.
Boston Celtics, this is now back-to-back years. Al Horford last year, Gordon Hayward this year. They've started to establish themselves again as a destination franchise in the league. And with Gordon Hayward now paired up with Al Horford, this is a team that Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens has to believe can compete for an Eastern Conference championship.
But just 5 minutes into his Celtics debut, Gordon fractured his left tibia in one of the most horrific sports injuries in NBA history.
Oh my goodness, Hayward came down so hard. Okay, Hayward broke his leg. Hayward has broken his leg. Hayward has broken his leg.
Irving, for his part, played 60 games but missed the playoffs with a knee injury. The Celtics rallied behind a rookie Jason Tatum and second-year guard Jaylen Brown, but lost to LeBron James in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Here comes James in the open floor. James grab from behind. Count it! Goaltend and 1. And it's up to 9 with 1:04 remaining.
Tatum and Brown were ahead of schedule. And with Kyrie and Gordon returning the following year, there were just too many cooks in the kitchen. Still, Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens stuck with the quartet, trusting that the talent would eventually prevail. Spoiler alert, it didn't. Leading into the 2018-2019 season, Irving grabbed the mic at TD Garden and promised that he was committed to staying in Boston.
You guys will have me back. I plan on re-signing here next year.
But as the year wore on, Irving seemed to back off of his initial promise, with allegations that his heart was set on teaming up with his buddy Kevin Durant in Brooklyn. "I don't owe anybody shit," Irving said, adding, "Ask me July 1st. And when it came time to make his decision, Irving showed his true colors, and they were not green.
Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are both headed to Brooklyn to join the Nets, so that's great news for the Nets fans.
Duke University, number 11, Kyrie.
However, Kyrie isn't the only one facing his old team. Kristaps Porzingis will surely have something to prove against the Mavericks as he returns from injury. On January 31st, 2019, the Knicks sent Porzingis to Dallas in a 7-player blockbuster.
Wow. Woj has since tweeted Dallas finalizing a trade to acquire Kristaps Porzingis.
But what was supposed to be the pairing of two of the NBA's brightest emerging superstars turned into a series of setbacks and disappointments, where egos and play styles collided.
And Luka looking at his teammates and bench.
And Doncic obviously wanted the ball in his hands.
Kyrie and Porzingis have both matured by leaps and bounds since 2019.
Irving inside, the layup. Oh! How did that go in? Mavericks take the lead!
Both reflecting on what they could have handled differently.
I think we both tried to make it work. It's just, I think communication, like maturity, communication on both of our parts should have been better.
But Boston fans haven't quite forgiven Irving for the broken promise or moments like this. And I'm sure there will be plenty of boo birds out for Kyrie when he takes the floor with the Mavericks for Game 1. The Mavericks and Celtics have a lot in common. Both teams made a series of shrewd and smart decisions, trading future draft picks to complement their budding superstars with defense and shooting.
And I know there was 2 first-round picks that went out, but when you get Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington in a trade and that upgrades your roster, I look at Dallas as one of the big winners today.
Both paid a hefty price for co-stars only to have NBA analysts wondering if they'd paid too much.
The first thing I thought about when I saw that deal is, Lord have mercy.
Both teams feature superstars who had playoff success way earlier than anyone expected and have had to claw their way back to this position.
Tatum drives down and throws it down! Wow! Back to Doncic. Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Doncic wins the game at the buzzer!
And both teams traded away Grant Williams to get here. As much as this finals will be about 2 dominant teams squaring off, it'll also be about 2 young superstars looking to carve their place in NBA history. There's an old adage that most stars have to wait till at least 27 to win their first ring. Sure, Magic did it at 20.
I love to win, and I guess that's the thing.
Kobe did it just before he turned 22.
This is it, fellas. You work all year long for it, man.
Bill Russell and Tim Duncan did it just days shy of 24. Kareem, Flash, and Larry Legend did it before their time.
The Miami Heat, they've done it! They win their first championship in franchise history!
But for most superstars, it takes a while. Giannis was early in 2021 when he won his first championship with the Bucks at 26 years, 7 months, and 14 days.
It's over! The Bucks have done it! The long wait has ended. After a half-century, the Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again.
Steph and LeBron were 27.
For the MVP, the Bill Russell Most Valuable Player Trophy of the 2012 NBA Finals.
Zeke, Moses Malone, and Joker were 28.
Your wait is over! The Denver Nuggets stand on top of the NBA world!
So was the big Aristotle, and so was his airness, Michael Jordan.
And they are celebrating in Chicago as the Bulls take the Lakers in 5.
That's what's at stake for the 25-year-old Luka Doncic and Jason Tatum, who just turned 26 in March. Both players have been criticized for not being able to go all the way.
The Celtics' young superstar flopped on the NBA's biggest stage. His failure to launch and deliver when it mattered most was a cruel ending to a breakthrough season for the forward.
Show me you can do it in the biggest moments with the highest stakes. Then I'll say what I see.
Tatum was on this stage just 2 years ago when his Celtics lost to the Warriors.
What a season they gave their fans. First time to the NBA Finals in 12 years. What a couple of Game 7s. Tremendous comeback. But they ran up against a team with championship DNA that had all the poise in the fourth quarter.
And the criticism has been relentless. Not good enough to lead a team. Settles for too many jumpers. And Luka's polarizing style and lack of defense has had people calling him a bigger James Harden for years. Lose on this stage and those voices get louder. Win and everyone shuts up. Giannis couldn't lead a team until he did.
But this is the hard way to do it, and we did it.
fucking did it.
Jokic was overrated until he wasn't.
Finals MVP goes to Nikola Jokic.
LeBron didn't know how to win until he won. Scoring champions couldn't win championships until a scoring champion won 6 of them in 8 years.
Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship, and it's their 2nd three-peat.
During a 2015 preseason game between Real Madrid and the Boston Celtics, a then 16-year-old Luka Doncic came off the bench and played 16 minutes. He scored just 1 point. 3,165 days later, he's back in Boston with all those Larry Bird comparisons on his shoulders against the Celtics, the most storied franchise in NBA history. The odds are stacked against the Mavericks. Analysts picked the Celtics.
Like the Celtics. Well, it's going to be a brawl for it all. They got a lot of beef and they're going to make hamburgers, but I'm going with the Celtics in 7.
Vegas picked the Celtics, and why wouldn't they? The Celtics have lost fewer than 20 games since training camp.
That's it, it's over. The Celtics are heading back to the NBA Finals, and another crushing finish for these Indiana Pacers.
Becoming one of just 9 teams since 1980 to accomplish this feat. They've lost just 2 playoff games, and a lot of that was without their best big man, Kristaps Porzingis.
Porzingis is hurt. He's limping his way off the floor. He was questionable. He looks like he's got major concern right now.
Who should be back to face his old team? But if the Western Conference Finals taught us anything, Dallas didn't come this far to only come this far. The dates are set, the stakes are higher than ever, and Game 1 can't come soon enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the NBA Finals. Take it away, champ.
If you end up enjoying this video, please subscribe. It's free and you can always change your mind. Anyways, wherever you are in the world, be the GOAT of that moment. Stay GOATed.